All right, there's no escaping it. Sooner or later, you gotta crawl into the vehicle. I've got a big solid piece of the chassis here that I can tie off to. It's in there good. The reality is, a lot of people prefer to use straps for putting the canoe on the roof, and that's fantastic. There are a lot of very good, very strong straps out there. I want to show it where you only have rope to use. On the end of this one, now it goes through the metal chassis, little hole down there I found. So on the end of this, I'm going to take and I'm going to make a figure 8. There we go. Got my little knot there. The reason why I make a figure 8 loop is because I use figure 8 loops for all my loops, and the reality is that in the end, if I have to take the loop out, a figure 8 knot is a knot that you can kind of break open to get out again. Looped off one end, and now I've run the straight end, the unlooped end through that loop. Some people have little braces like that and they're put on by rivets. I don't trust rivets. Rivets can pull out very easily. This has a couple of strong bolts going right through the canoe, and the pull is down against the bolts, so that's even good. Now, my favorite figure 8 again. I'm just going to put in up here, come through this loop that just so happens to handily be right here in this perfect spot. So this just sort of like that takes the canoe up a bit. Now if you see the canoe, I'm putting this pressure down like this is because I know I'm going to go back there. I'm going to pull it down nice and snug. Often for the loose end, I like to just lift it up if there is a loose end and bring it over and just sort of snug it around the rope like this. Tie it off here. All right, same process as the front. I found the 2 spots on the bottom of the car that I can tie the rope off to. Parts of the chassis, strong steel. Don't tie off to plastic, don't tie off to rubber. Make sure it's the chassis, it's the steel. I pulled down on the back end, good and firm, and I can give this a pull. All right, so that's gonna be nice and tight. Same process, got a loop off here. Bring the end of the rope through the loop, down like that. You can hear that, so you know, nice and tight. I can just pinch off there and do my locking tie there. A rope on the front and a rope on the back of the canoe, the bow and the stern, is not good enough for tying your canoe or your kayak or your boat on any vehicle. You want to secure it over the belly as well. I'm fortunate with this vehicle, it's a Ford Explorer, and it actually has a place right here that I'm going to be able to tie off to. That's fantastic. If you don't have this, then literally in a lot of cases, I actually crack the window and go through the vehicle right around. Same thing, simply put a loop in one end. Loop's gonna go through here, end of the rope through the loop. Throw this over and tie it up on the other side with the same torquing system. Come up to the top, a little pinch, and lock it off. I'm gonna do the same thing again, just a few feet down here, right here. Last thing to do is basically go around and double check. I want to come on the front here. I want to make sure this is rock solid, that this is tight. See, even this, the front now feels just a little bit loose because I've been working with it. And look at the difference. When I tied this off the first time, it was up here. Now I'm able to get it all the way down to here. So that shows you how much more tightening I could do. Pull this out so I can reach it, come in and lock it off. All right, it's good. That's nice and strong. That's not going anywhere. The reality is, you may say, well, obviously you don't want it to come off the roof. That could be horrible. You could have an accident like that, and of course ruin the canoe and everything else. Yes, that's all true. But for me, the harsher reality is, what about the people behind you? What about the family of 4 that's driving behind you at highway speeds? You could kill them. Take strapping your canoe, your kayak, your boat down to the roof of your vehicle extremely serious. If you use this method that I've used, whether you're using straps or ropes, you should be able to drive this baby right across North America. Okay, we're locked down, we're tied down, everything's good. I want to get canoeing.